everyone and welcome to another VASaviation video. Welcome to the first video of the ATCPro game. And although I said game, it feels, at least for me, it feels more as a simulator than a game. Okay, it's super realistic. ATCPro is an air traffic control simulator. It's super realistic. Okay. It's based in some of the largest airports in the United States. For example, we have Albuquerque, we have Atlanta, we have Seattle, which I think is new, we have Miami, and some other airports and tricons and airspaces and sectors and, you know, everything airspaces that we can work on. Okay, it's super realistic. It has voice recognition, which is a super cool feature, and it works really good. Okay, you just need a medium to high quality microphone. For example, I had some problems at the beginning, but now I feel super comfortable with the voice recognition. Feel super comfortable with it, and I really enjoyed this game. Okay, it's more like as a simulator. Okay, it feels super great. It has real maps, real radar scopes. It is based on the stars format, the new stars that the real air traffic controllers are using in the radars. It also has real flights, real numbers, real schedules. It has general aviation. It has military flights, and as I said, it feels like a simulator. Actually, it feels more as you are a real air traffic controller, because voice recognition is super cool, because you say an instruction and you have the computer to read that instruction back, and then the airplanes are actually obviously perform that instruction. Okay, so it really feels very good. I hope you like this video. This video is from the Atlanta tracking. Okay, I'm just working the north approach and the north final, just working inbounds to Atlanta. But I really hope you like this video, because I'm gonna be uploading, if you like this video, I'm gonna be uploading some more videos in different airports. For example, Seattle, Albuquerque, Miami, and some different airports. So I really hope you like this video, you enjoy it. Let me know in the comments what you think about this game, and without further ado, let's go with it. Delta 1324, turn right heading 110.
110 Delta 1324.
Delta 2539, turn 5 degrees left.
Turn 5 left Delta 2539.
AC 5222, turn 5 degrees left.
Turn 5 left AC 5222.
Delta 1324, turn right heading 150.
Turn right heading 150 Delta 1324.
Delta 2539, descend and maintain 4000.
Descend and maintain 4000 Delta 2539.
Delta 1324, maintain 220 knots.
Accelerating to 220 Delta 1324.
Delta 2539, maintain 220 knots.
Slowing to 220 Delta 2539.
AC 5222, descend and maintain 7000.
Descending to 7000 AC 5222.
Delta 1324, turn right heading 210.
210 Delta 1324.
Delta 2539, turn right heading 100.
Right to 100 Delta 2539.
AC 5222, maintain 220 knots.
Slowing to 220 AC 5222.
Delta 1324, maintain 200 knots.
Slowing to 00 Delta 1324.
Delta 2539, turn right heading 120.
Turn right heading 120 Delta 2539.
Delta 1563, turn left heading 100, descend and maintain 12000.
Heading 100, descend and maintain 12000 Delta 1563.
Airport in sight Delta 1324. 1324.
Delta 1324, contact Atlanta Tower 119.1.
Atlanta Tower on 119.1 Delta 1324.
Delta 2539, turn right heading 170.
170 Delta 2539er.
AC 5222, descend and maintain 5000.
Descend and maintain 5000 AC 5222.
Delta 2539, turn right heading 190.
Turn right heading 190 Delta 2539er.
AC 5222, turn right heading 120.
120 AC 5222.
Delta 2539, maintain 200 knots.
Slowing to 200 Delta 2539er.
Delta 2539, turn right heading 230, clear ILS, runway 26 right approach.
230 cleared for the ILS for runway 26 right Delta 2539er.
AC 5222, turn right heading 180.
Right to 180 AC 5222.
Delta 1563, descend and maintain 7000.
7000 Delta 1563.
Okay, we got a Skywest 5218 here climbing northbound, and Delta 2541 was
Airport
climbing
in sight Delta 1563.
northbound as well. Delta 1563, roger. These two airplanes were going northbound and climbing. They're supposed to stay at 10,000, not above 10,000, and I'm actually supposed to not descend my airplanes below 1,000 just in case these airplanes northbound and my arrivals just coincide in this area. They're supposed to not climb above 10. AC 5222, turn right heading 230, clear ILS, runway 26 right approach. I'm sorry for that, AC.
Right to 230 cleared for the ILS runway 26 right AC 5222.
Delta 2539, turn contact Atlanta Tower 119.1. Maybe that's with me. Delta 2539, contact Atlanta Tower 119.1. That was with Atlanta, right?
119.1 Delta 2539er.
AC 5222, maintain 180 knots.
Slowing to 00 AC 5222.
So yeah, just in case this northbound departures and my arrivals just coincide in this area, there's 1,000 feet separation, vertical separation. So that's right. The departure controller is supposed to not climb the departures.
Atlanta approach. Good morning. SkyWest 4454 level at 14,000. We have Tango.
Skywest 4454, roger. Expect runway 26 right.
Expect runway 26 right. SkyWest 4454.
Delta 1563, descend and maintain 4000.
Descend and maintain 4000 Delta 1563.
It's very important. That's why these airplanes are in yellow, because they're gonna, there may cause some conflict. These departures going northbound may cause some conflict with your arrivals here in this area. I'm controlling the north approach and also the final approach. So that's why. And these two airplanes actually are not any conflict anymore. For me. AC 5222, contact Atlanta Tower 119.1.
119.1 AC 5222.
Okay, so the Delta 1563 is gonna go behind the airplane who is going to 27 left. It's gonna go right behind that aircraft. We have Delta 2544 here coming in as well. And the Delta 1379 here, this Y is going to into runway 28 is
Atlanta approach Delta 2544 leveling 14270 not assigned. We have Tango.
Delta 2544, roger. Expect runway 26 right.
Expect runway 26 right Delta 2544.
This is Delta 1379 landing on runway 28. It's flashing and I quite don't know why. Maybe it's a mistake from the controller that mistakenly just assigned the next sector to me. but I'm just ignoring him because I don't want the traffic. It's not traffic who is supposed to be with me, so I'm just ignored. Delta 1563, turn right heading 170.
Turn right heading 170, Delta 1563.
So here's another aircraft just flashing, who is Delta 1570 as well, because these departures who are going northbound may cause some kind of conflict with my arrivals. So actually the minimum area that I have, the minimum altitude that I have in this area is 1000, and the maximum altitude that the departure controller has is 10,000, just to maintain those 1000 feet separation, vertical separation. It's this departure and arrival controllers have to know what to do, because the departure and arrivals airplanes can have some conflict. Delta 1563, turn right heading 240, clear ILS runway 26 right approach.
Right to 240, cleared for the ILS runway 26 right, Delta 1563.
Okay, another thing that you may have noticed is that I don't use the PTAC phraseology to clear the airplanes into the ILS. This is because the game is kind of limited with the communication, so I prefer to go with a heading and a clearance instead of PTAC, position, turn, altitude, and clearance. I prefer to go just with the heading and ILS. That's just because some limitations that the game has. But I can say Delta 1563 or whatever miles from whatever, turn right or left, turn heading whatever, maintain whatever altitude, and clear for the whatever approach. Just because of some limitations that the game has. This finally is just a game, it's not real people. Although it's a game, is very, very real. So this aircraft here should actually be yellow. I don't know why it isn't. But I can descend my Skywest to 44 to 12000. This is 4454. Skywest 4454, descend and maintain 12000.
12000, SkyWest 4454.
Okay, there we go. Now it's yellow. The departure controller is supposed to not climb this airplane above 10,000 feet, and I'm supposed to not descend my arrivals below 1000. So that vertical separation, 1000 vertical separation, is still remain. Delta 1563, contact Atlanta Tower 119.1.
119.1, good day, Delta 1563.
Skywest 4454, turn left heading 090.
090, SkyWest 4454.
Okay, you can see Delta 1127 here with the departure controller, who is maintaining 10,000 and is not climbing 10,000 until he is clear of conflict with any of my arrivals. Same here with Delta 817, who I hope that they maintain 10,000 and not climb anymore, because I have my Skywest 4454.
Airport inside SkyWest 4454.
Skywest 4454, roger. Anyways, I prefer to keep my arrivals at 12,000 and not below 12,000, just in case the departure controller messes up and climbs, or the airplane for whatever reason climbs a little bit above 10,000. I do not have conflict. I have the 1000 feet separation and 1000 more feet just merging to to play with it and to not have any conflict. Delta 2544, turn left heading 090, descend and maintain 12,000.
Turn left heading 090 down to 12,000, Delta 2544.
Actually, the downwind heading is more of a 095. 090, it's kind of separating from the downwind, and the 100 is just getting in. So actually the downwind heading is kind of a 095. Skywest 4454, turn 10 degrees right, descend and maintain 7,000.
10 right down to 7,000, SkyWest 4454.
And you can see Delta 817 is also maintaining 10,000 until they are clear of my airplanes and actually going northbound. Okay, so the arrivals are quiet.
Airport 2544.
Delta 2544, roger, descend and maintain 7000.
Down to 7000, Delta 2544.
Okay, the arrivals into Atlanta are very quiet right now. It's not much of traffic right now. We have another departure here, which is flashing in yellow to let me know, hey, I have a departure here that may cause some conflict with your traffic. Okay, so I was just waiting for the south final approach controller to turn his aircraft, which is right here, and they're turning base. If this was real life, I could coordinate with him, and between we both can coordinate when to turn our airplanes. But I had to wait for him to turn this aircraft to base, and now I can turn my Skywest. I want to do it like kind of a zigzag of the localizers. I don't want parallel approaches, although this aircraft is going to 28 and my airplane is going to 26 right. Skywest 4454, turn right heading 190.
190, Skywest 4454.
Delta 2544, turn right heading 110.
110, Delta 2544.
Okay, so this A is also with this south final controller, and it's going right northbound and then joining the 28 localizer. Skywest 4454, turn right heading 210.
Heading 210, Skywest 4454.
I don't know if I would have time to get Delta 2544 just in front of this southwest. I don't know if I would have time. Yeah, we'll see. Skywest 4454, descend and maintain 3000.
3000, Skywest 4454.
Okay, I think I have time. Delta 2544, turn right heading 140.
Turn right heading 140, Delta 2544.
Yes, I have time. I have plenty of time, actually. Skywest 4454, turn right heading 240, clear dial S, runway 26 right approach.
Heading 240, LS for runway 26 right, Skywest 4454.
Delta 2544, turn right heading 190.
Heading 190, Delta 2544.
Skywest 4454, maintain 200 knots.
Slowing to 00, Skywest 4454.
Delta 2544, descend and maintain 4000.
Descending to 4000, Delta 2544.
Delta 2544, turn right heading 220.
Turn right heading 220, Delta 2544.
Oh, that's gonna be close, huh? It's gonna be a parallel approach, actually. Delta 2544, maintain 220 knots.
Slowing to 220, Delta 2544.
Delta 2544, turn right heading 230, clear dial S, runway 26 right approach.
230, cleared for the ILS, runway 26 right, Delta 2544.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Skywest 4454, maintain 180 knots.
Slowing to 00, Skywest 4454.
That's going great. Look at that, beautiful. Delta 2544, maintain 180 knots.
Slowing to 00, Delta 2544.
Skywest 4454, contact Atlanta Tower 119.1.
119.1 feet off Skywest 4454.
Look at that southwest and the Delta 2544. That's gonna be great. That's been great. Delta 2544, maintain 160 knots.
slowing to 00 Delta 2544.
Okay, the readback with these speeds is not going very well. I say 160, and I can see here in the communication history that the game, the simulator, has heard 160, but the aircraft for some reason just rates slowing to 00, something like that. I don't know why, but they actually reduce to 160. Okay, so they have 3-4 miles separation. Delta 2544, contact Atlanta Tower 119.1.
Atlanta Tower on 119.1. Good day, Delta 2544.
Good day.
Atlanta approach cargo in 233 heavy with you descending out of 15,900 to 14,000 at 270.
Cargo King 233 heavy Atlanta, roger. Expect runway 26 right.
Expect runway 26 right, cargo in 233 heavy.
Okay, I have Delta 2412 for me as well.
Atlanta approach Delta 2412 is with you at 14,000 with information Tango 250 knots assigned.
Delta 24, disregard. Delta 2412, roger. Expect runway 26 right.
Expect 26 right, Delta 2412.
This is Cargo King 233, wow. A 747. So one thing that I like to of controlling these two areas, which is north feeder or north approach, and the north final or south approach and south final, these two sectors combined are super interesting. If you're controlling the north approach, which I have right now, Cargo King and Delta 2412, you have to be aware of the altitudes. They both are coming in at 14,000. For now, I don't have to be very aware of them because they're quite far away. But then the Delta 2412 is gonna get behind the 747, you know, wake turbulences and all this stuff. And I have to be also aware of the departures, that they are not climbing the 10,000, or in case they are departing north one, I have to be aware of not descending my airplanes below 1,000, which is actually my minimum altitude. So theoretically, I am not allowed to descend my airplanes below 1,000. But it's interesting. And then you have the final approach, the final sector, which is very interesting as well because you have to vector your airplanes into the final and into the localizer. So it's very interesting to have these two sectors combined because you work as a feeder and also you work as a final. You know, the feeder just kind of pre-organize the traffics for the final controller. So the final controller has them all in line. So it's easier for the final controller to vector the traffics into the localizer. So it's very interesting because you work as a feeder and you organize your traffics the way you want, and then you have the final sector, the final area where you vector your traffics inbound. But also, I think I could do some parallel approaches with the 27 left and the 26 the 28. So for example, we are now 3 controllers working the inbounds into Atlanta. It's myself working the north area and working airplanes into 26 right, the center final controller, which is these O's here coming from the northeast, which is working arrivals into 27 left, these O's here, all these here, and the south final approach, which is working arrivals into runway 28. I think Atlanta allows parallel approaches. Okay, if you vector your traffics into the localizer at different altitudes, maintaining some vertical separation, they all can intercept parallel approaches with different altitudes. I think I am allowed to do that. For example, have an A traffic, 28 traffic, 27 left traffic, and then 26 right traffic, all 3 parallel approaching to the airport. I think I am allowed to do that. By the way, I also try to do some kind of zigzag, like dependent parallel approaches. So I don't like to do parallel approaches just, you know, itself. Instead, I like to do kind of zigzag. I don't know if you can see my cursor. I think you can. It's kind of zigzag here, like dependent parallel approaches. That's my way. But in case I have so much traffic, if I work the altitudes correctly, so that they are not in conflict. For example, here we have 3,100 and 4,200. Now 4,100. They have 1,000 feet vertical separation, and they almost go in parallel to the 2711 and the 28. But you know, they have that vertical separation, and it's not a conflict because they both are right now in the ILS. Cargo King 233 heavy, descend and maintain 12,000.
Descending to 12,000 cargo, King 233 heavy.
But as I said, it's if I have so much traffic and I'm busy, I probably be doing some parallel approaches as well, just to get rid of my traffic quick. Cargo King 233 heavy, turn left heading 100.
Heading 100 cargo, King 233 heavy.
Delta 2412, descend and maintain 12,000.
12,000 Delta 2412.
Okay, so this thing is gonna be fun. I think I'm gonna have Cargo King 233 right after all these airplanes here, just probably behind this O here. Again, I could do a parallel approach, but I prefer to do, and now it's a 747, and I prefer to do a
Airport in sight, Delta 2412.
Delta 2412, roger, descend and maintain 7,000.
Descend and maintain 7,000 Delta 2412.
Cargo King 233 heavy, maintain 240 knots.
Slowing to 240 cargo, King 233 heavy.
Delta 2412, maintain 240 knots.
Slowing to 240 Delta 2412.
Okay, I got to be aware with the wake turbulence of the heavy 747, and then I have a medium MD-90 Delta, so I have to be aware of that for the ILS, for the separation. And yes, I have Cargo King 233 just going right behind this air shuttle here. Cargo King 233 heavy, descend and maintain 4,000.
Down to 4,000 cargo, King 233 heavy.
And I'm gonna have Delta 2412 right behind this Cargo King here, and then apparently we don't have nobody coming from the south, and we don't have anybody coming from the for the 27 left either. So I have all the area for myself. Look these approaches, how beautiful they are. We have 27 left, 28, 27 left, this A here was gonna go right behind this O here. That's very beautiful. If I had just one aircraft, for example, here, that would be very beautiful to have all three localizers just packed up of airplanes. That would be great. Cargo King 233 heavy, turn right heading 110.
110 cargo, King 233 heavy.
These departures who are going to the south are also flashing in yellow, although they are not causing any conflict with my airplanes. So I'm just turning them off, kind of turning them off, because they're not causing any conflict for me. So I don't want them to be flashing. Wow, this airplane here is doing 140 knots. Are you kidding? Cargo King 233 heavy, maintain 180 knots.
180 cargo, King 233 heavy.
Delta 2412, maintain 200 knots. Wow.
Slowing to 200 Delta 2412.
Cargo King 233 heavy, turn right heading 190.
190 cargo, King 233 heavy.
Southwest 526, descend and maintain 12,000.
Descending to 12,000 Southwest 526.
It's doing 150 knots right now, this air shuttle here. Cargo King 233 Heavy, turn right heading 220, maintain 4000, clear ILS runway 26 right approach.
Right to 2200,000, cleared for the ILS for 26 right, cargo King 233 heavy.
Delta 2412, turn right heading 110.
110 Delta 2412.
And yeah, the Air Shuttle 3802 is doing 160 knots right now. You can see her here. Southwest 526, turn left heading 095.
Turn left heading 095 Southwest 526.
And something that's very important in this game as well is the phraseology. So be sure to be using the standard phraseology. For example, Niner. In the case of the United States, Southwest 526, Delta 2412, Cargo King 233, groups of numbers, remember. Delta 2412, turn right heading 190.
Turn right heading 190 Delta 2412.
If you're not using standard phraseology, for example 2412, if you say Delta 2412,
Airport in sight Southwest 526.
Southwest 526, roger. If you say Delta 2412, the game is not going to understand you. So, you know.
Atlanta approach. Good morning. Delta 2114 leveling off at 14,000. We have Tango.
Delta 2114, roger. Expect runway 26 right.
Expect runway 26 right. Delta 2114.
Cargo King 233 Heavy, contact Atlanta Tower 119.1.
Atlanta Tower on 19.1, cargo King 233 heavy.
Southwest 526, descend and maintain 5,000.
5000 Southwest 526.
Okay, Delta 2412 is 5 miles behind the Cargo King. Delta 2412, contact Atlanta Tower 119.1.
119.1 Delta 2412.
Okay, I'm gonna have Southwest 526 between this A and probably this A here, because we have some O's here coming from the east. Southwest 526, descend and maintain 4,000.
Descend and maintain 4000 Southwest 526.
Okay, and be aware of these two airplanes here flying at flight level 14,000 feet. Who's gonna be first? You decide. We have, they both are medium traffics. We have a CRJ Regional Jet 700 and an Airbus A320. Southwest 526, turn right heading 190.
Turn right heading 190 Southwest 526.
Delta 2114, maintain 250 knots.
250 Delta 2114.
Lindbergh 3712, maintain 270 knots.
Accelerating to 270, Lindbergh 3712.
Thank you, sir. Okay, so yes, Southwest 526 is gonna go right in between the A's. Southwest 526, maintain 200 knots.
Slowing to 200 Southwest 526.
These aircraft here, I don't care. Okay, so I have Lindbergh descending and the Delta 2114 is gonna go behind Lindbergh. Delta 2114, maintain 240 knots.
Slowing to 240 Delta 2114.
Lindbergh 3712, turn left heading 100.
Left 100, Lindbergh 3712.
3712. Okay, look at this. Okay, this is very interesting. This Brigadier 4352 is not with the departure, is with the center controller for some reason, probably because of an error of a bug. of the game, and it's climbing 1,000. You see this? If I would have had Lindbergh 3712 descend 1,000, and now I have it at 1,2,000, I have a conflict alert, a collision alert. Okay, this is just a mistake and actually an error from the game. Okay, this aircraft here, Breaker 4352, shouldn't be climbing above 10,000. Okay, and it's now 11.5. Delta 2114, turn left heading 095.
095 Delta 2114.
Okay, that's why I prefer to keep my airplanes at 12,000, just in case the departures climb above 10,000 for whatever reason. Okay.
Lindbergh 3712.
Lindbergh 3712, descend and maintain 7,000.
Descending to 7,000, Lindbergh 3712.
Okay, just in case they climb for whatever reason. Okay, pilot error or controller error or whatever reason. But I don't want my traffics to have any conflict with the departures. So yeah, that's it. That's one of the things this game has. And I don't know if it simulates for whatever, but as soon as I saw that the Breaker 4352 was not with the departure controller but was with the center controller, I kinda anticipated it. For some reason I knew that it was gonna climb above 10,000. Okay, that's something I know.
Airport Insight Delta 2114.
Delta 2114, roger, descend and maintain 7,000.
Descend and maintain 7,000 Delta 2114.
So you gotta be very, very aware of your inbounds and the northbound outbounds. Okay. It's very important. And even though my aircraft was at 12,000, I kinda received that collision alert. Okay, that was not my mistake. Okay. But you have to be aware of. Okay, so I'm gonna accept Delta 2233 and we're gonna close the session. Let me see it. Come on, come on. There we go, it's mine. And I'm gonna be closing this control session right now.
Atlanta approach, good morning, Delta 2233 out of 17,100 for 14,000 at 270. We have Tango.
Delta 2233, roger, expect runway 26 right.
Expect runway 26 right, Delta 2233.
Okay, so we're gonna be closing this control session. I hope you liked that. The ATCPro game is super great. Okay, it's super professional. The voice recognition works very well. You have to work on the phraseology a little bit, and also have a kind of good microphone, good quality microphone, and you know. But the game is super cool. It really gets you feel like a real air traffic controller. You're working Lindbergh 3712, turn right heading 130.
130, Lindbergh 3712.
You really feel like you're walking real air traffic, and you know, with those readbacks from the pilots and everything. So it's really cool. We have plenty of sectors and airports and control positions to do. So if you like this video, I'd love to do some more control session. For example, we have Miami. We have Seattle, which is new right now. We have Atlanta, of course, more sectors from the Atlanta TradeCon, and Albuquerque, and some more. So if you like the video, let me know, and we can do some more videos on different sectors and TradeCons. So that being said, thank you very much for watching. It's VASaviation, frequency change approved, and see you in the next video. Lindbergh 3712, turn right heading 190.
Right to 190, Lindbergh 3712.